something that is necessary or crucial, indispensable, apariharya, something that is necessary or crucial and dispensable, apariharya. One who works very hard, industrious, mehendy. One who works very hard, industrious, mehendy. Not fit to eat, inedible or hardly. Not fit to eat, inedible or hardly. That cannot be expressed in words. Ineffable, hourly. That cannot be expressed in words. Ineffable, hourly. Someone not fit to be chosen. Ineligible, ayog. Someone not to be chosen. Ineligible, ayog. Showing a lack of skill in equipness, ayogita. Showing a lack of skill in equipness, ayogita. Unable to act, inert, active. Unable to act, inert, active. Something that cannot be avoided, certain to happen. Inevitable, utter. Something that cannot be avoided, certain to happen. Inevitable, utter. Not to be moved by entreaty, inexorable. Earthly निर्दयी, not to be moved by entreaty, inexorable. अति निर्दयी, that which cannot be put out, inextinguishable, इसे बुझाया ना जा सकता. That which cannot be put out, inextinguishable, इसे बुझाया ना जा सकता. One who cannot make mistake, infallible, अचूक. One who cannot make mistake, infallible, अचूक. Murder of an infant, infanticide, शिशु हत्या. Murder of an infant, infanticide, शिशु हत्या. Not limited by number, infinite, unum. Not limited by number, infinite, unum. A place in a large institution for the care of those who are ill, infirmary, hospital. A place in a large institution for the care of those who are ill, infirmary, hospital. That can burn, catches fire easily, inflammable, Julansil. That can burn, catches fire easily, inflammable, Julansil. A cluster of flowers on branch, inflorescence, pushpuch. A cluster of flowers on a branch, inflorescence, pushpuch. Exceptionally clever or talented, in genus, प्रतिभाशाली. Exceptionally clever or talented, in genus, प्रतिभाशाली. The money, property, etc. that you receive from somebody when he dies. Inheritance, विरासत. The money, property, etc. that you receive from somebody when he dies. When he dies. Inheritance, विरासत. Not guilty of any wrongdoing and lack knowledge or awareness of wrongdoing. Innocent, निर्दोष. Not guilty of any wrongdoing and lack knowledge of or awareness of wrongdoing. Innocent, निर्दोष. Causing no harm, innocence. हानि रही. Causing no harm, innocence. हानि रही. An indirect influence. इनु, इंडो. इशारा, गलत भावना से. An indirect influence. इनु, इंडो. गलत भावना से इशारा. Treat with a vaccine, usually by injection to promote immunity against a disease. Inoculate, टीका लगाना. Treat with a vaccine, usually by injection to promote immunity against a disease. Inoculate, टीका लगाना. One who is very curious to know things and asks questions. Inquisitive, जिज्ञासु. One who is very curious to know things and ask questions. Inquisitive, जिज्ञासु. That which cannot be satisfied. Insatiable, लालची. That which cannot be satisfied. Insatiable, लालची. Write or curve words on stone or paper. In scribble, script, अंकित करना. Write or curve words on stone or paper. In script, अंकित करना. Words curved on stone or monument. Inscription, शिलालेख. Words curved on stone or monument. Inscription, शिलालेख. A problem that is so difficult that it cannot be answered. Insolvable. Samadhan. Samadhan में. A problem that is so difficult that it problem a problem that is so difficult that it cannot be answered. Insolvable. Samadhan. One who is unable to pay debts. Insolvent. Diwaliya. One who is unable to pay debts. Insolvent. Diwaliya. The condition of being unable to sleep over a period of time. Insomnia. Nidra. The condition of being unable to sleep over a period of time. Insomnia. Nidra. Covered, covered with a material or substance in order to stop heat, sound, etc. from entering or escaping. Insulated. Vidyut Rodit. Covered with a material or substance in order to stop heat, sound, etc. from the entering or escaping. Insulated. Vidyut Rodit. Rebellious or opposing the authority. Insurgent. Withdrawal. Rebellious or opposing the authority. Insurgent. Withdrawal. That which cannot be perceived by touch. Intangible. As first. That cannot be perceived by touch. Intangible. As first. Combine to form a whole. Integrate. संगठित करना. Combine to form a whole. Integrate. संगठित करना. The quality of being honest and having a strong more principles. Integrity. अखंडता. The quality of being honest and having strong moral principles. Integrity. अखंडता. One who interferes in the affairs of others, often for selfish reasons. And interloper. Huspetia. One who interferes in the affairs of others, often for selfish reasons. Interpolar. Sorry. Interloper. Huspetia. Interval between two events. Interlude. मध्यांतर कार्यक्रम. Interval between two events. Interlude. मध्यांतर कार्यक्रम. One who intervenes between two or more parties to settle. One who intervenes between two or more parties to settle differences. Intermediary. मध्यस्थ. One who intervenes between two or more parties to settle differences. Intermediary. मध्यस्थ. The act of burying a dead person. Interment. Dafan. The act of burying a dead person. Interment. Dafan. Continuing for a very long time. Interminable. Anantkalin. Continuing for a very long time. Interminable. Anantkalin. The act of confining someone in a prison. Internment. Najarbandi. The act of confining someone in a prison. Internment. Najarbandi. Estimate the value of interpolate. अनुमान लगाना. Estimate the value of interpolate. अनुमान लगाना. Place or insert between one thing or and another. Interpose. घुसाना. Place or insert between one thing and another. Interpose. घुसाना. The period between two regions. Interregnum. दो शासनों के बीच का काल. The period between two regions. Introregnum. दो शासन के बीच का काल. To prevent or alter a result or course of events. Intervene. हस्तक्षेप करना. To prevent or alter a result or course of events. Intervene. हस्तक्षेप करना. One who dies without a will. Tested. बिना वसीयत मरा हुआ. One who dies without a will. Tested. बिना वसीयत मरा हुआ. Force someone through fear to do or not to do something. Intimidate. धमकाना. Force someone through fear to do or not to do something. Intimidate. धमकाना. To force someone through fear to do or not to do something. Intimidate. धमकाना. The examination or observation of one's own mental and emotional processes. Introspection. आत्मनिरीक्षण. The examination or observation of one's own mental and emotional processes. Introspection, Atmanirakshar, a good person who is more interested in his own thoughts and feelings than in spending time with other people. Introvert, Antarmukhi, a good person who is more interested in his own thoughts and feelings in spending time with other people. Introvert, Antarmukhi, a person who enters without any invitation. Intruder, Svatia, a person who enters without any invitation. Intruder, Svatia, overflow or fill an area with excess water as in a flood. In Undead, Rovona, overflow or fill an area with excess water as in a flood. In Undead, Rovona, a person weak and disabled by illness, invalid. लंबे समय से बीमार हो, person weak and disabled by illness, invalid. लंबे समय से बीमार हो. A detailed list of things in a place, inventory, वस्तु सूची. A detailed list of things in a place, inventory, वस्तु सूची. An animal lacking a backbone, vertebrates, a Kaseruki. An animal lacking a backbone, vertebrates, vertebrates. A Cherokee, an official examination of the facts about a situation, crime, etc. Investigation, जांच पड़ताल. An official examination of the facts about a situation, crime, etc. Investigation, जांच पड़ताल. A person who supervises during an examination, invigilator, lecture. A person who supervises during an examination, invigilator, lecture. Refresh and revive. Invigorate, बलवर्धन करना. Refresh and revive. Invigorate, बलवर्धन करना. That which cannot be conquered. Invincible. That which cannot be conquered. Invincible. Ajay. That which cannot be conquered. Invincible. Ajay. Call upon God or any other power like law, etc. for help or protection. Evacuation, evacuation, invocation, Ahan, call upon God or another power like law, etc. for help or protection. Invasion, Ahan, detailed list of goods dispatched with quantity and price to the purchaser. Invoice, bill, detailed list of goods dispatched with quantity and price to the purchaser. Invoice, bill, done without conscious control, unintentional, involuntary, unethic, done without conscious control, unintentional, involuntary, unethic, one that cannot be harmed, wounded, invulnerable, aware, that one that cannot be harmed, wounded, invulnerable, aware, easily provoked, irascible, चिड़चिड़ा, easily provoked, irascible, चिड़चिड़ा, a statement which cannot be contradicted, irrefutable, अखंडनीय, a statement which cannot be contradicted, irrefutable, अखंडनीय, showing a lack of respect for people or things that are generally taken seriously, irreverent, reverent, अपमानजनक, showing a lack of respect for people or things that are generally taken seriously, irreverent, अपमानजनक, that which cannot be called away, irrevocable, utter, that which cannot be called away, irrevocable, utter, to supply land with water by artificial means, irrigate, सिंचना, to supply land with water by artificial means, irrigate, सिंचना, a piece of land entirely surrounded by water, is land, deep, a piece of land entirely surrounded by water, is land, deep, A small island, islet, छोटा द्वीप. A small island, islet, छोटा द्वीप. Far away from another places. Far away from other places. Isolated, अलग किया हुआ. Far away from other places. Isolated, अलग किया हुआ. A narrow stretch of land connecting to large body of land. Isthmus, start, start डमरूमर भूमि की एक संकीर्ण पट्टी जो बड़े भूभागों को जोड़ती है. A narrow stretch of land connecting to large bodies of land. Isthmus. Traveling from place to place, especially to find work. Itinerant, भ्रमणकारी. Traveling from place to place, especially to find work. Itinerant, भ्रमणकारी. A plan of a journey, including the route and the places that will be visited. Itinerary, यात्रा कार्यक्रम. A plan of a journey, including the route and the places that will be visited. Itinerary, यात्रा कार्यक्रम. One who takes care of a building. Janitor, चौकीदार. One who takes care of a building. Janitor, चौकीदार. Especially words and phrases by using particular groups of people, especially in their work. Jargon, विशिष्ट शब्दावली. Janitor होता है चौकीदार. Especially words and phrases used by particular groups of people, especially in their work. Jargon, विशिष्ट शब्दावली. A short journey that you make for pleasure. Jaunt, मनोरंजन की यात्रा. A short journey that you can make for pleasure. Jaunt, मनोरंजन की यात्रा. Having or expressing a lively, cheerful, and self-confident manner. Jauntily, मनोरंजन से. Having or expressing a lively, cheerful, and self-confident manner. Jauntily, मनोरंजन से. To cross streets on foot carelessly. जेवा, रास्ता पार करने में लापरवाह. To cross streets on foot carelessly. जेवा, रास्ता पार करने में लापरवाह. Extreme form of patriotism. Jegoism, कट्टर राष्ट्रवाद. Extreme form of patriotism. Jegoism, कट्टर राष्ट्रवाद. A person or thing brings bad luck. Genus, mongoose. A person or thing that brings bad luck. Genus, moose. A person who rides in horse races, especially as a profession. Jockey. घुड़दौड़ का घुड़सवार. A person who rides in horse races, especially as a profession. Jockey. घुड़दौड़ का घुड़सवार. The work of collecting and writing news stories for newspaper, magazines, radio, or television. Journalism, पत्रकारिता. The work of collecting and writing news stories for newspapers, magazines, radio, or television. Journalism, पत्रकारिता. A person who writes for newspapers and magazines. Journalist, पत्रकार. A person who writes for newspaper and magazines. Journalist, पत्रकार. The act of traveling from one place to another. Journey, यात्रा. The act of traveling from one place to another. Journey, यात्रा. Very convivial, healthy and good humor. Jovial, laughful. Very convivial, healthy and good humor. Jovial, laughful. Lot of happiness, joy. A lot of happiness, joy. Honor. A person in a court who has the authority to decide how criminals should be punished or to make legal decisions. Judge, न्यायाधीश. A person in a court who has the authority to decide how criminals should be punished or to make legal decisions. Judge. The part of a country government is responsible for its legal system. Judiciary, न्यायतंत्र. A part of a country government is responsible for its legal system. Judiciary, न्यायतंत्र. A military or political group that rules a country after a a science or philosophy of law. Jurisprudence, न्यायशास्त्र. The science or philosophy of law. Jurisprudence, न्यायशास्त्र. A group of members of the public who listen to the facts of case in a court and decide whether or not somebody is guilty of a crime. Jury, न्यायपीठ. A group of members of the people who listen to the facts of a case in a court or decide whether or not somebody is guilty of a crime. Jury, न्यायपीठ. Collective with young people who are not yet adults. Juvenile, Kisur. Connected with young people who are not yet adults. Juvenile, Kisur. Placing different things in order to create an interesting effect. Juxta, juxtapose, आसपास रखना. Placing different things in order to create interesting effect. Juxtapose, आसपास रखना. Smart shelter for dog. Keener, कुत्ता. Smart shelter for dog. Keener, कुत्ता. The inner soft part of seed, fruit or nut. Kernel, गिरी दाना. The inner soft part of a seed, fruit or nut. Kernel, गिरी दाना. Small shelter for dog. Keener, कुत्ता. The inner soft part of a seed, fruit or nut. Kernel, गिरी दाना. One's relatives or family related kin. रिश्तेदार. One's relatives or family related kin. रिश्तेदार. A small structure with one or more open sides that is used to when merchandise. किसो छोटा दुकान. गुमती. A small structure with one or more open sides that is used to when merchandise. merchandise. किसो छोटा दुकान. गुमती. A person with a strong desire to steal. Kleptomania. चोरी करने की बीमारी. A person with strong desire to steal. Kleptomania. चोरी करने की बीमारी. One who has persistent neurotic impulse to steal. Kleptomania. चोरी की बीमारी. One who has persistent neurotic impulse to steal. Kleptomania. चोरी की बीमारी. A natural skill at doing something. Knack, कौशल. A natural skill at doing something. Knack, कौशल. The sound of the kernel bell. Knell. शोक सूचक घंटे की. The sound of the kernel bell. Knell. शोक सूचक घंटे की ध्वनि. The sound of the kernel bell. Knell. शोक सूचक घंटे की ध्वनि. कास्ट हसलर want to make our attention of disparaging remark कलंक लगाना बदनामी करना कास्ट हसलर want to make a damaging or disparaging remark कलंक लगाना बदनामी करना कास्ट डिसाइड टू रिजेक्ट बेकार समझ के छोड़ देना कास्ट डिसाइड टू रिजेक्ट बेकार समझ के छोड़ देना कास्ट someone predicted to leave someone without any support or proposition बीच में मझदार में छोड़ देना बिना समर्थन के अकेला छोड़ देना कास्ट someone predicted to leave someone without any support or purpose बिना सहायता के अकेला छोड़ देना बीच में मझदार में छोड़ देना कास्ट डिसाइड टू रिजेक्ट बेकार समझ के छोड़ देना कास्ट someone predicted to leave someone without any support or purpose बीच में मझदार में छोड़ देना बिना सहायता के छोड़ देना casting parents before swine, offering good things to undeserving people. भैंस के आगे बिन बजाना casting parents before swine, offering good things to undeserving people. भैंस के आगे बिन बजाना cat nap to have disturbed sleep, brave sleep, संक्षिप्त नींद cat nap to have disturbed sleep, brave sleep, संक्षिप्त नींद cat's paw, a person used paw as a tool by another. एक व्यक्ति का दूसरे द्वारा उपयोग किया जाना cat's paw, a person used as a tool by another. एक व्यक्ति का दूसरे द्वारा उपयोग किया जाना catch 22, a particular situation in which one cannot do anything. ऐसी स्थिति जिसमें कुछ नहीं किया जा सकता catch 22, a particular situation in which one cannot do anything. एक ऐसी स्थिति जिसमें कुछ नहीं किया जा सकता catch a darter to deal with someone or something that proves unexpectedly troublesome or powerful to catch a dangerous person अपने से बलवान से जा भिड़ना catch a darter to deal with someone or something that proves unexpectedly troublesome or powerful to catch a dangerous person अपने से बलवान से भिड़ना जा भिड़ना catch a darter to deal with someone or something that proves unexpectedly troublesome or powerful to catch a dangerous person अपने से बलवान से जा भिड़ना catch red-handed to catch someone doing something illegal catch in the act of committing the crime रंगे हाथ अपराध करते हुए पकड़ना catch red-handed to catch someone doing something illegal catch in the act of committing the crime रंगे हाथ अपराध करते हुए पकड़ना catch time by the whole law seize opportunity अवसर का लाभ उठाना catch time by the whole law seize opportunity अवसर का लाभ उठाना catch time by the whole law seize opportunity अवसर का लाभ उठाना cat's whiskers to be highly impressive अत्यधिक प्रभावशाली cat whiskers to be highly impressive अत्यधिक प्रभावशाली change for the better an improvement in the situation पहले से बेहतर change for the better an improvement in the situation पहले से बेहतर change hands pass from one person to another change of worship एक व्यक्ति से दूसरे व्यक्ति के पास जाना change hands pass from one person to another change of ownership एक व्यक्ति से दूसरे व्यक्ति के पास जाना change hands pass from one person to another change of ownership एक व्यक्ति से दूसरे व्यक्ति के पास जाना change horses in midstream change plans बीच में योजना बदलना change horses in midstream change plans बीच में योजना बदलना change colors turn pale पीला पड़ जाना डर जाना change color turn pale पीला पड़ जाना डर जाना chapter and words to give exact information about something especially something in a provided minute पूर्ण सटीक जानकारी chapter and words to give exact information about something especially something in a provided minute पूर्ण सटीक जानकारी चार्ली हॉर्स क्रैम हाथ या पैर में बैठने या झपड़ना चार्ली हॉर्स क्रैम हाथ या पैर में बैठने या झपड़ना चेज रेनबोच to pursue unrealistic goals अवास्तविक लक्ष्यों का पीछा करना चेज रेनबोच to pursue unrealistic goals अवास्तविक लक्ष्यों का पीछा करना cheek by jowl very close together आसपास cheek by jowl very close together आसपास kill someone out to scold someone किसी को गुस्से से डांटना kill someone out to scold someone किसी को गुस्से से डांटना cheek by jowl very close together किसी को गुस्से से डांटना kill someone out to scold someone किसी को गुस्से से डांटना kill something over discuss or consider something at length किसी बात पर विचार करना kill something over discuss or consider something at length किसी बात पर विचार करना kill the cube contemplating to think slowly and carefully about something किसी बात पर विचार करना kill the cube contemplating to think slowly and carefully about something किसी बात पर विचार करना kill the fat gossip and make a small talk to gossip or have friendly talks गप्पे मारना kill the fat gossip or make a small talk to gossip or have friendly talk गप्पे मारना kill the scenery to act overly emotional जरूरत से ज़्यादा भाव ऊपर काम करना kill the scenery to act overly emotional जरूरत से ज़्यादा भाव ऊपर काम करना chicken feed very little बहुत कम पैसा chicken feed very little बहुत कम पैसा chicken out to decide not to do something because you are too frightened and withdraw that one chicken out to decide not to do something because you are too frightened and withdraw that one chicken hut timid oddly easily frightened therefore chicken hut timid oddly easily frightened therefore child's play something that is very easy to do a very easy task बच्चों का खेल आसान child's play something that is very easy to do very easy task बच्चों का खेल आसान children should be seen and not heard children should not be seen in the presence of adults बच्चों को वयस्कों की उपस्थिति में नहीं बोलना चाहिए children should not see and not hear children should not speak in the presence of adults बच्चों को वयस्कों की उपस्थिति में नहीं बोलना चाहिए chill out calm down शांत होना chill out calm down शांत होना chinks in the armor a weakness that can be taken advantage of कमजोरी chinks in the armor a weakness that can be advantage of कमजोरी chinks in the armor weakness that can be taken advantage of chip of the old block reminds them of one's father someone similar in character or behavior to one's father resembling parents जैसा बाप जैसा बेटा chips of the old block reminds them of one's father someone similar in character or behavior to one's father resembling parents जैसा बाप जैसा बेटा calm up become silent मुंह बंद कर लेना calm climb climb up to become silent मुंह बंद कर लेना clean hands innocent मासूम clean hands innocent मासूम clear the air to deal openly with misunderstanding to get rid of them संदेह दूर करना clear the air to deal openly with misunderstanding to get rid of them संदेह दूर करना plot and an activity that involves mystery and secrecy like a spell ऐसे गतिविधि जिसमें रहस्य गोपनीय the formula. Clock and dagger, an activity that involves mystery and secrecy, like a spy. ऐसी गतिविधि जिसमें राष्ट्र को गोपनीयता संचालित क्लोज सेफ नो escape from danger or disaster बाल बाल बचना क्लोज सेफ narrow escape from danger or disaster बाल बाल बचना close to one heart dear and important to oneself अत्यधिक प्रिय close to one heart dear and important to oneself अत्यधिक प्रिय close the book start working on काम करना बंद करना close the book on start working on काम करना बंद करना cloven off the evil intention बुरी नीयत cloven off the evil intention बुरी नीयत cock and bull story an unbelievable or absurd story अविश्वसनीय या अद्भुत की कहानी cock and bull story an unbelievable or absurd story अविश्वसनीय या अद्भुत की कहानी cold comfort slight satisfaction झूठी तसल्ली cold comfort slight satisfaction झूठी तसल्ली palm through carefully look through बारीकी से ध्यान देना palm through carefully look through बारीकी से ध्यान देना come about to happen what is not come about to happen what is not come help or high no matter what in spite of any obstacles कठिनाइयों के बावजूद come help or high no matter what in spite of any obstacles कठिनाइयों के बावजूद come in handy turn out to be useful उपयोगी होना come in handy turn out to be useful उपयोगी होना come of age to mature and develop fully वयस्क हो जाना come of age to mature and develop fully वयस्क हो जाना come off be separated अलग थलग हो जाना come off be separated अलग थलग हो जाना come rain or shine under any circumstances whatever happens no matter what the weather is किसी भी परिस्थिति में come rain or shine under any circumstances whatever happens no matter what the weather is किसी भी परिस्थिति में come to blow get into a fight physically हाथापाई होना come to blow get into a fight physically हाथापाई होना come to grief have an accident meet with disaster दुर्घटना या असफल होना come to grief have an accident meet with disaster दुर्घटना या असफल होना come to light being revealed to be known publicly प्रकाश में आना पता चलना come to light being revealed to be known publicly प्रकाश में आना पता लगना पता चलना come to terms with something to gradually accept a sad situation हालात से समझौता कर लेना come to light being revealed to be known publicly प्रकाश में आना पता चलना come to terms with something to gradually accept a sad situation हालात से समझौता कर लेना come to the point to speak loudly about the reacts मुद्दे की बात करना come to the point to speak loudly about the reacts मुद्दे की बात करना come to happen in the way you had hoped अपने सपने से छूना come to happen in the way you had hoped सपने से छूना come what way no matter what happens चाहे जो हो जाए come what way no matter what happens चाहे जो हो जाए to the books to falsify financial reports dishonest accounting हिसाब से झोल झाल करना cook the books to falsify financial record dishonest accounting हिसाब से झोल झाल करना cool about working ready to work काम करने के लिए तैयार, कूल अबाउट वर्किंग, रेडी टू वर्क, काम करने के लिए तैयार, कूल एज ए कुकुम्बर, नॉट नर्वस और इमोशनल, टू बी calm and composed, cool as ice, thereon, cool as a cucumber, not nervous or emotional, to be calm and composed, cool as ice, thereon, cool it, to relax, शांत होना, cool it, to relax, शांत होना, cool your breath, to be kept waiting, unwillingly wait for something or someone, इंतजार करना, cool your breath, to be kept waiting, unwillingly wait for something or someone, इंतजार करना, cope with and सामना करना, cope with and सामना करना, copy cut, one who imitates another closely, नकलची बंदर, copy cut, one who imitates another closely, नकलची बंदर, cordon up, isolated, घेरा रहना, cordon up, isolated, घेरा रहना, cost, someone to bring no suffering, महंगा पानी, घाटे का सौदा, cost, someone dearly, to bring some, to bring some suffering, महंगा पानी, घाटे का सौदा, cost and arm and leg, very expensive, a large amount of money, बहुत महंगा पड़ा, cost and arm and a leg, very expensive, very a large amount of money, बहुत महंगा पड़ा, couch potato, a lazy person who watches too much television, a sleeper, a sleep bag, sorry, आलसी व्यक्ति, couch potato, a lazy person, a person who watches much television, आलसी व्यक्ति, cost an hour and a leg, very expensive, a large amount of money, बहुत महंगा पड़ा, cost an hour and a leg, very expensive, a large amount of money, बहुत महंगा पड़ा, count once missing, be grateful for what one has, जो मिला है उसमें खुश रहना, count once missing, be grateful for what one has, जो मिला है उसमें खुश रहना, cover up, hide or conceal, छुपना, cover up, hide or conceal, छुपना, crack someone up, laugh out loud, to make someone laugh, किसी को हंसाना, crack someone up, laugh out loud, to make someone laugh, किसी को हंसाना, crash and burn, to fail completely, पूरी तरह से विफल होना, crash and burn, to fail completely, पूरी तरह से विफल होना, creature comforts, luxurious, creature creature comforts, luxurious, बहुत ही cross one's mind, to think something, to be thought of by one, विचार आना, cross one's mind, to think of something, to be thought by one, विचार आना, cross out, eliminate, काट देना, cross out, eliminate, काट देना, cross sorts, disagree, to fight, असहमत होना, cross sorts, disagree, to fight, असहमत होना, cross the bridge, solve the problem, समस्या का समाधान, cross the bridge, solve the problem, समस्या का समाधान, cross that bridge when you come to deal with something only when necessary, deal with the problem and if it arises, समस्या खत्म होने पर उसे cross that bridge when you come to it, deal with something only when necessary, deal with the problem when it arises, अब समस्या उत्पन्न होने पर उसे cross your finger, hope that thing, hope that things will happen in the way that you want them to wish for good luck for success, आशा करना कि चीजें उससे होंगी जैसे आप चाहते हैं, और plus of the matter, two most important critical point, उससे एक important point, plus of the matter, most important critical point, सबसे महत्वपूर्ण पहलू, cry down, to depreciate, पद या प्रतिष्ठा में कमी, cry down, deficit, further systemic harm. Try for the moon to make an impractical, unreasonable, or unattainable request to aspire to possess something beyond one's reach. अनुरोध करना. Try for the moon to make an impractical, unreasonable, or unattainable request to aspire to possess something beyond one's reach. अव्यवहारिक या अनुचित अनुरोध. Cry in the wilderness, an unrealistic demand, unpopular opinion, and unneeded warning. अलोकप्रिय राय. Cry in the wilderness, an unrealistic demand, unpopular opinion, and unneeded warning. अलोकप्रिय राज. Cry over split meal. To complain about a loss from the past, feeling sorry over a mistake that cannot be changed or rectified. अब पछताए होत क्या जब चिड़िया चुगती उठी. बीती बातों पर अफसोस करना. Cry over split milk. To complain about a loss from the past, feeling sorry over a mistake that cannot be changed or rectified. अब पछताए होत क्या जब चिड़िया चुगती उठी. बीती बातों पर अफसोस करना. Cup of tea. Once chosen or preferred thing, something that pleases one. ऐसा काम जिसमें आप पसंद है. Cup of tea. Once chosen or preferred thing, something that pleases one. ऐसा काम जिसमें आप कुशल हो. Cup of tea. Once chosen or preferred thing, means something that pleases one. ऐसा काम जिसमें आप कुशल हो. Currying favor with. In gratitude oneself with someone through obsequious behavior. चापलूसी करना. Currying favor with. In gratitude oneself with someone through obsequious behavior. चापलूसी करना. Cut a poor figure. To put a bad impression. बुरा धारणा डालना. Cut a poor finger. To put an bad impression. बुरा धारणा डालना. Cut and dried. Ready-made. Already decided. बना बनाया. Cut and dried. Ready-made. Already decided. बना बनाया. Cut corner. To save money, time, or effort. When doing something by not including some parts. Do something constantly so as to save time or money. अपने आसान या तेज तरीके से करना. Cut corners. To save money, time, or effort. When doing something by not including some parts. Do something perfectionally as so as to save time or money. Cut down on reduce कम करना. Cut down on reduce कम करना. Cut from the same cloth to be of a similar nature. एक जैसा होना. Cut from the same cloth to be of a similar nature. एक जैसा होना. Cut him off without a sling. Disinherited him. जमीन जायदाद से बेदखल करना. Cut him off without a sling. Disinherited him. जमीन जायदाद से बेदखल करना. Cut him. Interrupt someone while they are speaking. बीच में टोकना. Cut him. Interrupt someone while they are speaking. बीच में टोकना. Cut no ice with me. Had no influence on me. कोई प्रभाव नहीं पड़ा. Cut no ice with me. Had no influence on me. कोई प्रभाव नहीं पड़ा. Cut one short. To interrupt someone. बात काटना बीच में टोकना. Cut one short. To interrupt someone. बात काटना बीच में टोकना. Cut short. Make shorter edge if by cutting off. काटना छोटा करना. Cut short. Make shorter edge if by cutting off. काटना छोटा करना. Cut some slack. To not manage someone very strictly or critically. To be more lenient with one. किसी को ढील या कठोर करना. Cut some slack. Or to not manage someone very strictly or critically. To be very lenient with one. इसी को ढीला छूट देना. कट द Gordian knot, remove the difficulty, perform a difficult task. अत्यंत कठिन समस्या का समाधान करना. Cut the Gordian knot, remove the difficulty to perform a difficult task. अत्यंत कठिन समस्या का समाधान. Cut the cut the mustard to perform well. To succeed, अच्छा प्रदर्शन करना. Cut the mustard to perform well. To succeed, अच्छा प्रदर्शन करना. Cut to the chase to start talking about the important aspects of something. मुद्दे पर आना. Cut the chase to start talking about the important aspects of something. मुद्दे पर आना. Come to the point. Cut to the chase to start talking about the important aspects of something. Come to the point. मुद्दे पर आना. Cut the mustard to perform well. To succeed, अच्छा प्रदर्शन करना. Cut to the quick. Hurt intensely. भावनाओं को ठेस पहुंचाना. Cut to the quick. Hurt intensely. भावनाओं को ठेस पहुंचाना. Cut to the quick. Intensely.